Hi friends from Storytime, how are you today? Guess what today is? Today is the day we talk about sharks. Do you like my hat? What do you think? It's a shark, see? Here's his tail, here's his big fin, and here are his big ferocious teeth. And look, he's even got little eyeballs. Isn't that silly? That's fun, huh? All right, our book today is kind of a fun, silly book, and it's called The Three Little Fish and the Big Bad Shark. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, there lived a mama fish and her three little fish, Jim, Tim, and Kim. It is now time, said the mama, for each of you to make a home in the deep blue sea. So off they went. See the little fish? They're heading off into the deep blue sea. The first little fish, named Jim, swam away and met a seahorse playing in some seaweed. Can I have some of the seaweed so I can build a house? He said. Take as much as you can carry, said the seahorse. Jim gathered the seaweed and made a weedy little house. You see his house? It doesn't look very secure because it's made of seaweed. Jim had just finished building his seaweed house when he heard a big bad shark knocking at his door. Knock, knock, knock. Little fish, let me come in. The little fish trembled and replied, not by the skin of my finny fin. Then I'll munch and I'll crunch and I'll smash your house, roared the shark. Look at that big old silly shark. See his teeth? Kind of look like my teeth on my hat. So the big bad shark munched and he crunched and he ate every bit of the seaweed house. And Jim swam away just in time. Soon, Jim found his brother Tim. Don't worry, Jim. We will fish stick together. So you can help me build a sandy little house. Looks like Tim is building a sandcastle to live in. That might be a good idea. Or not. Let's find out. Jim and Tim had just started to relax in the sandy little house when the big bad shark came knocking at his door. Little fish, let me come in. To which the brave little fish replied, not by the skin of my finny fin. Then I'll munch and I'll crunch and I'll smash your house in, roared the shark. See Jim and Tim in the house? So the big bad shark munched and he crunched until he got a sandy mouthful of the house, and the house crumbled. Jim and Tim swam and they swam and they swam to get away from that big bad shark until they reached their sister Kim. Kim was setting up her house in an old wooden ship. Look at the ship. Wow, that's kind of cool. That looks like a pretty good house. And the big bad shark destroyed our house, they told her. Don't worry, she said. You can come and live with me. And they did. The three little fish had just finished lunch when they heard the big bad shark knocking at their door. Little fish, let me come in, he roared. To which the smart little fish replied, not by the skin of my finny fin. Then I'll munch and I'll crunch and I'll smash your house in, roared the big bad shark. The big bad shark munched and he crunched and he could not smash the house in. And then all his teeth fell out. Oh no, poor little shark has no more teeth. And the three little fish were safe at last. And it looks like the poor little shark with his missing teeth had to eat seaweed. The end. That was silly. I'll tell you though, sharks aren't really big bad guys. That was just a fun story. They seem a little scary because they're big and they live in the ocean and they're big. But honestly, they're just hanging out, doing their little fish thing, hanging out, eating their food. You know, they're not out to eat people. They just are, you know, doing their fish thing. So anyway, that's a fun story all about sharks. So I will see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.